Welcome to the Verdin Verdict Sports Show. I'm your host, Jacob Verdin. Today's our last LSU football practice highlight video. Let's get right into it. You see Josh Williams with a nice, strong run. He's been taking that running back one man. He's been running with it, no pun intended. But another good run here through the middle of the defense. Now, some of the defensive members are going to kind of throw you for a loop. They got some scout jerseys on. They're trying to hide the rotations, the personnel. They're trying to keep some things under wraps as we enter game prep week for USC. Caleb Jackson on the carry right here. Here you see Kyron Lacey in motion. Nussmeier handing it off to none other than Josh Williams, getting back into the mix. You've been seeing a healthy combination of RB1 at Josh Williams, and then it's kind of hard to say who the RB2 is. You've been seeing Caleb and John Emery get implemented into different packages. Here you see Kamorian Pimpton catch one in the flat out of a little run package. But like I said, it's been a good mix between Caleb and John. I'd imagine John would be more your passing back, your satellite back, if you will. Caleb will be more of your short yard, get it in, your tough yardage back. With Josh, he can really do it all. I feel like that's your safest bet just because you've seen a lot from him. He's gelled into the scheme for the last 2 years. He's been a pretty reliable piece no matter who you thought the starter was. Josh Williams was always there to kind of facilitate that role. Here you see John Emery getting wrapped up on one of the carries. I will say, though, I don't have any worries about his health, about his long-term, ability to stay healthy, at least in the recent weeks. Week 4, week 5, new injuries pop up, that's a whole different conversation. But with this ACL injury, as far as that's concerned, he looks fresh. I think they're going to put a good bit of, reps and snaps for him in week 1. I think, like I said, he'll be incorporated into that running back 2 spot. He'll probably see a good bit of targets in the passing game. It's kind of hard to keep him off the field. They have been using and hoping that John Emery would be able to fill that potential that he had, leaving Destrehan, obviously touted as one of the best running backs in the state of Louisiana. And I feel like this could be the year where he could kind of start chipping away at that potential and really realize that NFL career that he's been waiting on. See Caden Durham taking some carries here. Now, the thing about Caden Durham and the thing that I kind of want to express about all these running backs in general is just they each obviously bring something new to the table. Like a John Emery, he's got the experience, but he's way more quick twitch. He's way more able to kind of be explosive in the open field. Josh Williams, he will kind of, just make the attrition set in for the defense. He'll kind of hit them hard. It'll be hard to tackle them over and over and over and over. And then in the passing game, Josh Williams ain't afraid to block and throw his hat. Now, Caleb Jackson, he'll run right through you. Jair Brown, number 17 right here, he's lucky that this wasn't a live rep. He's lucky that this was his teammate coming through that gap, because if Caleb Jackson has that same opportunity come week 1, it's going to be some USC defenders missing teeth potentially. Here you see another good, ugly run, honestly. And by ugly, that's the best compliment I can give you, because it's nasty. He's putting his head down. He's earning the yards. It's going to be interesting to watch. You see another Caleb Jackson implementation here. He's trying to get the ball out of number 0. It ain't going to work. That's a big guy. Here you see Caden Durham again get implemented into it in the ones as well. Nussmeier handing it off to him. Will we see that in week 1? There's good potential for it. Obviously, only time will tell. I'm sure Josh Williams will see the majority of all your running back snaps, whether it be, receiving, passing, blocking, whatever the case may be. Caleb Jackson will probably see the second most. John Emery will probably see the third most, but that John and Caleb spot will be very, 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 interchangeable, if you will. Here's the DBs kind of, getting their break off on the wide receivers. You see Aaron Anderson kind of making something shake here on Juwan. But like I said, a lot of defenders that you're going to see right here wearing different numbers, trying to, disguise some things. Couple of notes for the team as a whole as we wind down on this practice highlight video. Miles Frazier was not practicing today. He had a boot on. They had Tyree Adams in his position at guard. They also had number 65 in there as well. Let me get a double check on his name before I speak out of turn. Paul Mubunga, 6'5" freshman. I'd imagine Tyree Adams is going to get the majority of that look. If Miles wasn't healthy for week 1, BK will be updating us today. We'll be going live in a little bit talking about it. I'll put a link right here if you missed it live. You can go ahead and click it. But for the most part, this defense is looking pretty sharp. The pressure has been getting through. This is the coverage side of it. Obviously, you see Ashton on CJ. They're trying to make sure that they don't get busted off the line, that they don't get gapped in coverage, that USC doesn't come out to a quick, fast start. It'd be nothing worse than, you know, seeing the Tigers go down 7-0, 14-0, 21-0, just have it add on. Now, obviously, the offense can answer back, but for the defense, the most important attribute to this game, to this matchup, to this overall, you know, week one breakdown will be they're going to have to start fast. They're going to have to be confident. They're not going to be able to let the game just come to them. They're not going to be able to slowly just work into this. They're going to have to come ready, locked and loaded. Vegas Kickoff Classic, week one. We'll be there. We'll be breaking it down. Hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more LSU football coverage. Season's underway, baby. Fall camp's over with. This was our last LSU football practice highlight video. Hope you enjoyed them. Hope you enjoyed our coverage during fall camp. Thank you for all the recent support. We're going to continue to go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll move it towards about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, comparatively to our 11:30 to noon starts. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. starting next week. It's game week, baby. We'll be in Las Vegas on Sunday. Y'all stay tuned. This has been the Verdin Verdict.